welcome to the Shooting StaRKO Report with me. Are we going by usernames here, or what are we going by?
I don't know. What do you want to go by?
Well, I'll just say I'm Braden, a.k.a.
Well, I'm going to
Spoodbeest.
go by my username alone.
Oh, okay. So we'll just say Spoodbeest and Tablekorner. We also are known for posting on WrestleZoneForums.com, and we're also anonymous YouTube figures as well. We started off this week with WWE Raw. Now, who could forget The Undertaker coming out to cut the same old promo on Triple H again? Basically just saying how he's the last outlaw and basically just hyping the match while ignoring the WrestleMania 17 match. Isn't that just fucking wonderful?
Yep, even though they promoted it before they even returned. Directly before they returned, of course, too.
Because the promo for WrestleMania 27, before they shot the footage of the return at 2/21/11, it was like right before that promo, they showed a WrestleMania 27 thing with a bunch of old WrestleMania matches. One of them happened to be The Undertaker versus Triple H at WrestleMania 17. So not only did it spoil the surprise of 2/21/11, but they already gave away that match already happened, so ignoring it's completely irrelevant at this point.
Yeah, I just don't even know why they are bothering to ignore it. Like, it happened. Just don't pretend it didn't happen. It happened.
Anyway, for the match itself, I'm glad it's going to be no holds barred. I'm sure that'll make it a little better. I'm sure it'll be good, but, you know, it's something we've already seen before. It's just Undertaker probably going to defeat Triple H again. So I'm also glad it's not career versus streak. That would have been so stupid to do the same gimmick for the second year in a row. After that, the Nexus, or the new Nexus, which is basically just CM Punk and Mason Ryan now, attacked... Oh, yeah, and David Otunga. Attacked Randy Orton before he was about to face Otunga. They beat the shit out of him backstage, and a pretty awesome go-to-sleep right there in the back, and then they literally dragged him out to the ring. At that point, I thought Orton was not going to win his match, but Super Orton comes back, hits a random RKO on Otunga, pins him, punts him, and then the new Nexus of Punk and Mason Ryan go running off. I think it's cool that they're doing this hit-and-run thing with Randy Orton, because John Cena, whenever he faced the Nexus, he did that whole honor and I'm such a good guy sort of thing. He never really tried to take them out. He fought against them, but he never really tried to take them out. With Randy Orton, he's being the sneaky bastard and trying every way to injure these guys so they don't interfere in his match with CM Punk at WrestleMania. That's what I like about this feud.
That's what I like about it, too, because Randy Orton is still pretty much a heel, going up against a heel stable. That's another thing I like about it. There's not a lot of stables these days in WWE, and the new Nexus and Decor are like the only ones really there. You don't see much stables, and at least you get to have a stable, even if it is a shitty one.
Yeah, because we all know that probably the last great stable in the WWE is probably Evolution, which is led by Triple H, and of course had Batista, Randy Orton.
I don't know, I kind of like the Spirit Squad.
Who could forget those guys? Great World Tag Team Champions, by the way, 5 years ago.
I loved the trampoline finishers. Those are great.
Kenny's leg drop.
Corn shit.
And then after that,
We'll have to censor that.
Christian basically made a surprise return to Raw for whatever reason. Since it's WrestleMania time, it doesn't matter what brand you're on. You can appear on Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and promote any match you want on any show. Superstars, you can come out and be like, yeah, I'm wrestling at WrestleMania, and you can just appear on any show you want, apparently, during WrestleMania season. So he came out, he was supposed to face Alberto Del Rio. Del Rio, being the pussy heel he is, chickened out and had his NXT rookie, or former NXT rookie, Brodus Clay, come out. They had a match. Christian won. It was decent. But I'm hoping that this leads to Christian being in the triple threat match. Now, I've read that they're apparently planning on teaming him up with the Big Show to go against the Core and leaving him out of the SmackDown main event. Enough with the not pushing Christian. It's getting annoying. It's getting tired. He deserves to be in a main event spot on SmackDown. Don't you agree? I
definitely have to agree. I mean, WWE, you're making a mistake by not pushing Christian. Christian's a really great talent. I don't know why you're not. You gotta stop not pushing the good people.
It's pretty ridiculous because Christian comes back on ECW, spends half a year on ECW, finally gets to Raw, does nothing there for a month, gets drafted to SmackDown, and you think maybe finally he's going to have a push like Edge did, be the top guy on SmackDown, be moved up a spot. He's done nothing basically all year since being on SmackDown. This is the time. Even if he doesn't win the title, he needs to challenge for it at WrestleMania.
I know. It's looking like Christian made a big mistake coming back to WWE.
His talents are definitely more utilized in TNA, but we can hope that finally the WWE is going to let their ego go and actually give this guy the spot he deserves on the roster.
We can hope.
We can hope. Yeah, we can hope, basically. After that, I'm sure we had this great Divas match between Eve defending her Divas title against one of the Bella Twins, and the whole time Michael Cole is shitting on the women's division. He's literally interrupting during the match. Does anybody care about this Divas match? Nobody cares! Nobody cares! Everybody cares about me, the main event superstar, Michael Cole. And you hear this throughout the entire match, completely shitting on the entire division.
Can't forget the fact that he was standing on a table.
Standing on the announce table, just blah, 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 completely shitting on the division.
I actually think this is the only time I agree with Michael Cole.
Yeah, but the bad thing about it is they know their Divas division is a joke. They're not even trying to help it out at this point. In fact, they're making fun of the fact that their Divas division is so shit. That's how bad this division is in the WWE. It's worse than the tag team division. It's worse than the mid-card. It's the lowest of the low, and they had Michael Cole shit all over it on live television.
It's worse than Michael Cole.
Oh, you've got the win, by the way, after a failed, what did they do, the Twin Magic or whatever, that failed, and they got disqualified, or maybe they didn't let it happen, and the other Diva got pinned. I don't care.
The ref stopped, and then they got pinned.
And then we'll go into the silver lining of this show. Michael Cole comes out, cuts the promo saying how he has a former WWE champion as his special guest referee, and then out comes, he reveals it to be John Bradshaw Layfield after claiming him to be a great Texan.
Yeah, you can't forget. He was trying to make it sound like it was Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, he did everything to do it, and then he's John Bradshaw Layfield. JBL comes out, pretends that he didn't even bitch around Michael Cole on SmackDown back in the day when they were announcers. They're hugging, they're being all happy-go-lucky in the ring.
Now.
Apparently, because, heels are heels friends and faces are faces friends.
Unless you're Anderson.
Yeah. And then, after a while, these guys are cutting promos, and then Austin hits the ring, destroys JBL with a stunner. Michael Cole runs away like a bitch, and is all you hear on the announcing is him going, "This was supposed to be my night. No, Steve. Don't do it, Steve. No." And then Austin picks up the contract, asks the crowd if he wants them to be the special guest referee. They say, hell yeah. He signs the contract, goes up to Michael Cole, and, well, gives him a beer bath, which is really funny to see.
Then JBL and Stone Cold share a beer. And then another stunner.
Because,
No, I'm just waiting for this. At WrestleMania, when Cole beats Jerry, I'm waiting for that. For him to get stunnered, and then when he wakes up to start screaming, "This was supposed to be my night! My night!"
I'm sure Cole isn't going to get the victory at WrestleMania, that's one of the matches I want to see, just because I want to see Michael Cole get his ass beat. That'll be funny to watch. Even though it won't be that great of a match, seeing Michael Cole go, all over the ring is just going to be great, and Jerry kicking his ass and him taking a stunner. It's going to be a fun time.
And then for some reason, just a stunner to Jerry, too, because, Stone Cold stunners everyone.
Also, I believe after that, I could be wrong, I might be missing a spot, but I'm not sure. Vickie Guerrero comes out and announces that she and Dolph Ziggler are now on Raw.
Oh, this is great.
Which, I don't know, Ziggler was doing a really good job on SmackDown. I don't know what this move to Raw is for. I'm scared that he's going to get lost in the shuffle and end up like John Morrison, Daniel Bryan, and everybody else who's on Raw, who's in the mid-card. These guys who are at this level that need to be moved up, but they keep staying at the same level because WWE's either too scared to push them up with the other guys, or they don't want them to, be more talented than those guys and upshow them. So they don't really get pushed up too much.
That's the problem with WWE, though. They don't take the risks that are necessary. They need to take these risks to put these talented younger stars up more with the new stars.
Oh, I totally agree with that. So, usually when somebody like a talent like Dolph Ziggler, who's an upper mid-carder, who's a former world champion, you think that, yeah, I know, it was a 5-minute reign, but it still counts. You think that he'd have a lot of momentum going into Raw, but when he goes to Raw, you think, oh my god, this guy's going to get buried. That's not a good first thing to think.
Well, because this is more big superstars on Raw than there is on SmackDown. I mean, it's the Orton and Cena show featuring The Miz and Triple H. That's pretty much what it is.
Triple H just kind of stepped out of the limelight. He's only promoting his Undertaker match. So
yeah, pretty much. He's only here to promote the movie. It's
Cena and Orton shenanigans, guest starring Miz. That's Raw, basically.
It's featuring Miz, even though he's the champion, but it's still the Cena and Orton show. Definitely.
Also, Daniel Bryan and Sheamus go out to the ring, and you think these guys are going to have a great match. Literally, 5 to 10 seconds into the match, Daniel Bryan does this drop kick. Sheamus falls stumbly on his ankle, gets counted out. This is building, of course, maybe towards the WrestleMania match, from what I've heard. They're having a U.S. title match next week, where if Sheamus doesn't win the United States title, he'll quit, and
That's obviously not going to happen.
what I think's going to happen next week is they're going to have these two guys go out, and maybe someone will interfere, like the Bellas or something, will fuck over the match, and Daniel Bryan will get counted out. Sheamus will win, but Bryan won't lose the title, and then that builds towards a U.S. title match at the actual WrestleMania event. I want to see these two guys in a match at WrestleMania.
If he lost by disqualification, would that still get him fired or make him force him to quit?
If Sheamus lost, well, he'd still be taking a loss.
But wait, if it was by disqualification, that means he still had to quit, right?
Yeah, if he lost. I'm saying they're probably going to have Daniel Bryan get disqualified or get counted out or something so they can continue on that feud to WrestleMania. Because if these guys get left off the card, that's just a bad decision. These two guys can go out there and have a great match at the event.
I mean, Daniel is the current USA champion, and Sheamus is a former WWE champion. He's obviously not going to quit.
And besides, these two guys are two bright young stars. Why would you want to leave them off a WrestleMania card? And besides, with the lack of Money in the Bank this year, you need something exciting to open the show and get the crowd into it. You know what I mean? These are two guys who can do that.
So it is official, though, there is no Money in the Bank?
Yeah, I don't think they have time to build one up. That's a bad decision, too, by the way.
What if they just came out on the first... It's the first match, and... Alright, these are the 6 superstars. You haven't heard anything about it till now. Those are them.
We can hope for that, but as it looks now... Let's just assume there's no Money in the Bank. You need two guys who are exciting to go out there and pull off a good match. These two guys are the guys to do that.
I agree.
Just let them go out for 20 minutes and wrestle for the United States title. Not only would it bring prestige to that title, because these two guys are fighting so hard for it at WrestleMania, but, you know, it gives them a good payday and actually lets them be exposed on a bigger stage. And then we cut to, apparently, main event promos happen now. John Cena comes out and delivers another rap to The Rock. I don't think it was as good, but the best part about it was the I Bring It Via Satellite shirt.
Oh, I want one.
I'd wear that. That shit's awesome. That should sell more than Rock's original I Bring It shirt. That should be his official t-shirt.
What did it say on the back?
It didn't say anything on the back. We
Oh,
joked in saying... Rock, if you want to tell all these people how you love them, just show up, is what, or some part of the rap was on there. We said that should be on the back.
I love the part when he's talking about being a windmill and telling him to blow me.
Yeah, that was from the original rap, and, well,
that was great.
The second one wasn't that good, but at least he had the shirt. So after Cena's done with his thugonomic shenanigans, the best part of the night comes up. The Miz comes up, attacks John Cena with the WWE Championship, hits him twice with the belt, and basically goes off on both John Cena and The Rock on live television.
And it's about damn time, too.
Because for the longest time, The Miz has been kept in the background. He's been kept in the shadows about this. They've been building up like as if it's a John Cena versus The Rock match. Now The Miz has forced himself into the limelight. He's telling people, what are you caring about The Rock for? He's just a fucking guest host. I'm the WWE Champion. I'm going into WrestleMania as the champion. And you better be ready because I'm about to win. Which we can all hope for. What you gotta like is, though, ever since John Cena's become the #1 contender to the WWE title, he's always gotten the better of John Cena, costing him the tag team titles, attacking him after a cage match, and now destroying him on Raw. They gotta keep this up. They gotta keep the Miz's momentum up, have him attack either John Cena or The Rock in the next coming weeks, and have a lot of momentum heading into WrestleMania. They gotta keep this up.
Why is that, though? Why does he keep getting the upper hand?
Maybe it's to keep him in the limelight. I'd like him to cut more promos on them. He destroyed both of them on the mic. He did. He owned both of them, basically.
The usual heel ramble, ramble.
Yeah, I mean, he did a good job, and that's probably the best promo he's cut during this whole program. So we can hope that he upstaged both of them in that one night. If they keep that up, The Miz will definitely look a hell of a lot better going into WrestleMania. And I really do like that he's getting the upper hand over John Cena.
When you hear Cena in WrestleMania, you usually think, oh, well, Cena's not losing. He's not. But right now, I think the favor's in The Miz, and I think Miz is going to take it. Which
is really odd, because, going in against Batista and Edge and Big Show and all these other people John Cena's faced over these, you never ever thought these guys are going to beat him.
No, you always thought, no, it's going to be John Cena, Super Cena to the rescue. He's going to be the one to win. He's the one who's overpushed, overrated, but... And
now with John Cena being distracted by The Rock and The Miz showing he can take advantage of situations, he definitely has a chance. And probably is John Cena's biggest threat at WrestleMania when it comes to one-on-one matches.
People are probably complaining stuff like, oh, well, The Miz, he's a heel, he's bad, blah, blah, blah. But, seriously, he hasn't really done anything... He hasn't really done anything bad, heelish. He does do sneak attacks, does that, but at least he wins his matches.
Yeah, whether they be he doesn't even need to win cleanly. Heels do not need to win cleanly. They can cheat to win. That's a part of being a heel. That's a main complaint.
Has he ever cheated during a championship match? I can't remember right now.
Well, the new Nexus interfered against Randy Orton at the Royal Rumble.
That's all. Is that all?
Practically, yeah.
Yeah, so he can retain the championship without help. And that's just the new Nexus and Randy Orton.
And, yeah, maybe A-Rai, who's no longer there anymore, interfered on him. But as far as that, he doesn't even need to win cleanly anyway, because he's a heel, so that's an irrelevant argument anyway. So now we move on to TNA Impact, that just finished, and a bunch of shit going on for Victory Road. Yeah, Victory Road, because apparently Destination X doesn't need to take place in March anymore.
Yeah, so apparently Eric Bischoff thinks, you know what, we don't make enough money to do all these pay-per-views, so we're going to trim down on the pay-per-views. So you get rid of Destination X, one of the best pay-per-views of the year. What the fuck? I don't get it.
It's Bischoff.
This guy. Hogan and Bischoff are... It's TNA's WCW 2.0. It's TNA's dead. Within at least 4 years, TNA's dead. As long as they're there, it's dead.
These are the guys that fucking raped WCW. Now they're the head of control for writing storylines in TNA.
Why do they think it's a good idea to have them? Like, oh, the Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Wait, let's not forget.
Oh my god.
Let's not forget that their top writer that used to work with them, Vince Russo, is also working with them, and they were the top 3 writers for WCW, and they're writing for TNA.
Well, at least Vince Russo didn't fucking rape WCW. Like, maybe he did,
yeah,
but he didn't. Okay, he did, but he did. He was doing a good job on TNA.
Yeah, but once he starts working with Hogan and Bischoff, he just gets so much worse.
They probably just get fucking high or drunk or something, and then write out the show, and that's what killed it.
As long as they don't bring in David Arquette to win the TNA title, things aren't that bad.
Hey, that's great. David Arquette's a great actor. Don't say shit.
He's not a.
He may be a party animal, but come on.
Yeah, but he shouldn't be a world champion.
He shouldn't.
That's like Justin Timberlake going in and winning a WWE title.
I wouldn't mind that.
You'd shit all over that. I don't even lie.
No, I would not mind that.
Apparently Impact opens, Sting comes out, cuts a promo about returning, and then he gets interrupted by Immortal, Hogan and Bischoff, only to be interrupted by Anderson, only to be interrupted by Jeff Hardy, who's only interrupted by Rob Van Dam, and they do this thing where they go back and forth. I should be the champion. No, I should be the champion. I was screwed out of the title even though I wasn't even competing for it.
Now, you think the whole time, it's like, alright, this is prompting a Fatal 4-Way or Tag Team. Like, I knew it was either one of those two. But I was pumping for a Fatal 4-Way somewhere in the future, even if it wasn't that night. But no, of course, it's a Tag Team. And the teams they pick, I don't get it. Anderson and Hardy, okay, they were a Tag Team in 2010, but that's long gone now. It would have made more sense to throw Sting and Jeff Hardy together and RVD and Anderson. I don't know.
Even that wouldn't have made much sense.
It would have made sense, but it would have made more sense.
Yeah, the whole scenario just was shitty. That match should have been like, or at least if they didn't want Sting to compete, have them be in a triple threat or something to determine the number 1 contender. Because Jeff Hardy just gets another shot. But maybe it's his rematch clause, so I guess we can get away with that.
RVD took a couple months to get his rematch clause, and Anderson's been waiting 2 weeks now, and so far 2 other people have got shots instead of him.
Yeah. So yeah, Madison Rayne, I wasn't really paying attention to the match, but she defeated a returning Roxy Laveau. So
I don't even know how it happened. I just know she walked
was
in. I
was there for one night? Or
I was like, what's she doing here? And then just...
Was that even a title match? Is she defending the title? I wasn't even paying attention to that.
I don't know. It was a title match. It was an open challenge because she has open challenges every week.
And then after that, it was basically a squash match. Madison won quickly.
Here's pretty much what happened. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, ding, ding. Match is over.
Yeah.
Oh, no. We were in our own...
little world. I was posting. Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry about that. For anyone who's a big Madison Rayne fan, sorry.
Sorry, because I care so much about... Anyway, and then Mickie James came out to continue their feud. They brawled. That was, I guess, good for continuing a feud. Maybe they're having a title match at Victory Road. I don't know. They might be.
Well, it's the first time we've seen her in like 3 weeks, so.
So we might
it's
be
it's a last minute pushing to a match.
Yeah, well,
it's a specialty.
Most companies do that. Also, Inc. defeating Jen Me, and I believe that was probably number 1 contenders tag team match because they earned their match for Victory Road.
I'm pretty sure they already had a tag team shot. I'm not sure though. Because
That might have been a number one contenders match, or it might have been just a good... That was a good match. That was, other than the main event, was probably the best match of the night.
well,
Because you got Jen Mee working, and they're pretty fantastic.
Jen Mee is just amazing, but I don't know. Ink is good too, just I don't think they can put on a great show together, not as good as maybe some other tag teams they faced in the past, but I don't know, it was a good match.
Good for television anyway. Kept your interest. And then basically after that, we had some Bully Ray moments with brawling in a parking lot.
Well, this was taken on all night. First Bully Ray was walking and threatening cameramen and shit. Then Tommy Dreamer came out bitching. Then Bully Ray said, "Alright, let's go to the parking lot. Let's take it to the parking lot." And then Dreamer's like, "Alright." But they weren't even talking to each other. They were yelling at the camera, like, after every match. And it's like, so if you're in the parking lot, how are you seeing the TV right now? How do you know what's going on? I don't get it. But then Bully Ray was just outside. "Where the fuck are you, Dreamer?" Blah, 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 blah. And then, who shows up? Devon. Not Dreamer. Dreamer's nowhere to be found. It was a setup.
Just fucking comes out of nowhere, starts beating the shit out of Bully Ray, only for, after a while, they're beating the fucking dog fuck out of him. Dreamer's just like, no, you can't be doing that anymore. Come on, no.
Wait,
no, you're gonna get arrested. You're gonna get arrested.
Because, Devon went to the back of a tool truck and grabbed a sledgehammer. But the funny part was, when Devon was beating him down, just ran in the background, you saw a guy walk by, and then he stopped, and he was wearing this, like, suit. Reminded me of Kurt Angle, kind of, but yeah. You just started staring, and then it showed them beating each other up again, and then all of a sudden another guy was standing there staring too.
As I was saying, if I was walking down that street and they were beating the shit out of each other and there's a camera and everything, I think I'd stop and watch too. Like, come on. I got a business meeting in 5 minutes, but, this is really interesting. I'm going to watch this. I'd do that.
Oh, no, I made a joke when they were when Dreamer was kind of pulling Devon away. I don't know. It looked like kind of something going on there. I don't know. I forgot I said that. I don't like to make gay jokes about wrestling.
Also, I have to admit the promos videos for TNA tonight were marvelously done. The Ultimate X video package was very well put together, as was the Sting Immortal feud. That was a really wonderful video
package. By the way, if anyone can find that Sting Immortal feud package, which I don't get why, but anyways, if you can find it, send me a link on YouTube, please. I want to find that. That was a really great promo.
Those were really magnificent promos. Really brought hype to the Ultimate X match, which is something they really should start doing. Hyping up their X division more, pushing it more, because that's definitely a draw. That's where TNA draws the most attention. Because over the years, we've seen Destination X go from being a pure X division pay-per-view to Abyssamania. What the fuck is this shit? We need Destination X to be purely X division.
I remember, I was at Destination X 2009 live. Great show. I didn't see Destination X 2010 though. I saw parts of it. I saw the Abyssamania part. Oh my god. It was so stupid that it kind of made you laugh a little bit, but inside you were dying while watching it.
It's the shit that makes you embarrassed going, why am I fucking
I don't get
this shit?
It's Victory Road because they changed it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Victory Road Ultimate X. It's so one-sided. It's Jen Mee versus Robbie E versus Kaz for the X Division title in an Ultimate X match. That's one-sided. That favors Jen Mee completely. I mean, Kaz may have been in, I think, 5 Ultimate X matches.
He's been in 5, yeah.
Yeah, but still, Jen Mee, in the short time here, I think they've been in 2. Maybe it's only been 1, but I think it's 2.
Also, this is for the X Division title. So let's say one of the members of Jen Mee wins. That might be interesting considering they have a tag team partner. What would their tag team partner think about them winning
They
the belt?
literally said, it's whoever is better is better. Whoever wins it is better.
You just got to think, though, in the back of your mind, there might be some animosity if one of them were to win the belt. But I don't think they
Hardy
will.
Bros all over again.
It'll be interesting. I'm sure that'll be a great match. Ultimate X's usually are great matches. I don't think I've ever seen a bad one. So that'll probably be the best match of the night. Sting versus Jeff Hardy might be pretty good. Again, I love the video package leading up to that match. And of course, after that, we had the tag team match with Sting getting ambushed by Anderson before it.
Did you see much of that?
I did not see much of that. I
Neither
basically seen Anderson get beat up. I seen the other superstars go to the ring, and they had their match, and then the lights went out, and then Sting came and started beating up everybody. And
then RVD stole the win.
And RVD stole the win.
It was pretty much a handicap match, because Anderson finally is going back to his roots of TNA, being an asshole, not caring, not being a face or a heel, he snapped. This not getting his rematch clause finally put him over the edge, and fuck Hogan's advice from last year, and now he's just, I'm gonna beat whoever I want up whenever I want, because this is what I want. This is my title. I deserve it, and I agree with him. He deserves it. He didn't lose it. RVD finally got his rematch clause, so he doesn't deserve it. Jeff Hardy, go fuck yourself. Wait in line. Your rematch clause comes after.
Anderson never got a rematch. He lost the belt to Jeff Hardy, never got a rematch, and then Sting comes out of nowhere and beats Jeff Hardy for the belt. Now Jeff Hardy gets a rematch clause. The rematch clause that Anderson never got.
You're forgetting. Anderson loses belt. Next week, RVD finally gets his title rematch. What the fuck? Next week, Sting returns. What the fuck?
Yeah, Anderson never got a rematch after that pay-per-view ladder match at Genesis. He never did. No, it wasn't Genesis. It was Against All Odds. That was it. Never got a rematch. So I'd be pretty pissed off too. And not to mention, Anderson's gimmick is an asshole. He doesn't care what he does. He does what he wants. Doesn't matter if he attacks a face or a heel, and that works for him.
It works for him in WWE. Works for him now.
He's just a loudmouth douchebag, and he'll do what he wants because, well, he's Mr. Anderson.
You know, he'll chew his gum unrespectfully on the TV screen, right at the camera.
I always love that about Anderson. He just chew gum. He'd slap people. It's a great. He has a great gimmick, really.
But I do have to say, I do miss the enigmatic assholes.
Well, they reunited for one night,
and they worked well together, as what I could see.
And maybe they should continue that tag team for a while. Anyway,
maybe Anderson should be part of Immortal.
Yeah, maybe we should. Also, who could forget? I can't believe we forgot these two matches. We also had Matt Hardy versus.
Oh yeah, that was so short though.
AJ Styles versus Ric Flair in a triple threat. One guy wears somewhat of a suit match. I'm not saying that for sure, but Hardy and Styles are competing in their street clothes. It's a street fight. Then there's Flair on the outside with his muscle shirt and dress pants and dress shoes on. I'm like, what the hell is this?
I thought it was supposed to be a triple threat.
And then basically it's a match between Matt Hardy and Styles. Hardy hits the twist of hate. He goes, "Hey Flair, come on in here!" And then Flair pins.
Well, you gotta forget because Rick was already in the ring though. Because I don't know how it happened. I missed that part, but somehow AJ got hold of him and kicked the shit out of him.
And busted him open.
They were battling back and forth, slaps, punches, and then AJ got double hand, of course. And then twist of fate or hate, twist of hate.
Yeah,
definitely hate.
Because they're hateful now. They're evil heels, so it's twist of hate.
I never thought I would see the day when the Hardys would turn heel.
And then the Spy Who Shagged Me continues between Samoa Joe and the Pope D'Angelo De Niro. Great feud, yeah.
I don't get it. The only part of it that was good was it either, I don't remember this exactly, someone shoved an apple in someone else's mouth when there was after slamming them through a giant stuffed pig on a table. It was funny. I don't remember if it, no. It was Pope. He got slammed through the giant stuffed pig, and then an apple shoved in his mouth as if he was a pig. I find that kind of racist, though, but
it is what it is.
It's TNA.
Not to mention,
unrated.
Joe's spy or manager or both or butt buddy or whatever. His name is Kato. It's a complete. That's using the exact name and the exact look of the character from the Green Hornet movie that just recently came out.
Played by John Cho.
Coincidence? I think not.
He also looks like the character, too.
And they use the exact same name, the exact same outfit. They're not pulling any straps. Like, basically, they could have the Green Hornet also be out there and be his manager. They should do that. Maybe Joe should be the Green Hornet. And then have him and Kato.
I kind of think it'd be awesome if John Cho was playing Kato on TNA.
That'd be some ratings for you. Bring in some celebrities. Also, the Shore shenanigans continue!
How awesome. That was a great match, though. I thought Winter was... Oh, wait, let's explain it first, then I'll say that. So, I don't remember the teams.
Basically.
It was, It was Jersey Shore's Angelina and... What? I don't know their names. So, I know they're good wrestlers. Sarita and her cousin Roxana or something like that?
Yeah, basically something stupid like that.
Versus the beautiful people in Winter.
And basically... Didn't Robbie E get in there too and he interfered or something like that?
Yeah, he was going full out heel, full out illegal heel. Put his hands on Velvet Sky, held her back. Then they were all arguing over who was going to take the hits. Winter, who's on Velvet Sky's team, comes in. This is the best part of the match. And I thought, since they were feuding, Winter and Velvet Sky, that she was going to attack Velvet Sky. I was like, good, go for it, yeah, awesome! And then she attacked the rest of them. I was like, oh. Alright, that's still cool.
Well, it was
Go faces.
It was a decent match, I'll give it that, but it was still a ridiculous segment. Like,
It was better than Divas match on Raw.
fist pumping.
Oh, I forgot. After that, Winter turns her attention to Robbie E, who proceeds to fist pump and rub her hair as if he's turning her on.
He would do that.
And then she takes him out.
And this guy's becoming the top draw in the X Division, ladies and gentlemen.
He's in the X Division title shot. I wouldn't be surprised if he won the Ultimate X match.
I wouldn't be surprised either. He'd be a 2-time X Division champion.
He's good, but his gimmick is shit.
He's...
Like, it's funny to laugh at. That's about it. There's not really much to it. Like, I hate bad gimmicks. Don't try to be funny. Try to be serious. Come on.
Like Zack Ryder, woo woo woo. You know it. Like, how are we supposed to take that seriously?
Oh yeah.
I think he'd be great, like, to be in the mid card, but they don't even use him that good. So.
Well, Zack Ryder, he's got... The only thing about his attire I like is the short half. Plus, I like the fedora of the bandana.
Yeah.
Stop ripping off the Miz, but come on.
Yeah, but he's not even been on Raw lately.
Half attire. What the fuck is that?
I don't think he uses it much
That's
anymore.
completely original, though. Come on.
Yeah, so at least he's got some originality going on. So, Smackdown this week is basically the Edge Christian with Del Rio show and his rookie. Basically, the show started off with Del Rio and his rookie coming out, calling out Edge. Edge comes out, they beat him up. Christian comes out and saves him. And Theodore Long makes what I think was going to be an announcement for a triple threat match finally. Just goes, no, tonight we're going to have a tag team match. Edge and Christian reunite against Del Rio and Brodus Clay.
Don't they realize we want a triple threat?
Don't they realize that, yeah, we do want a triple threat.
WrestleMania, triple threat. Sign the petition.
Also, Kane's now randomly a face again.
Make up your mind, bitch.
He fights Wade Barrett after turning face on him last week, because Kane and the Big Show last week, they had a match.
That team?
What?
They're formulating that team again?
Apparently. They had a match against each other.
That's a good thing, I guess.
And the Core handed him a chair, and Kane used it and attacked the Big Show, and then they all jumped in the ring, started attacking Big Show, and Kane's like, what the fuck? And then started attacking them with the chair. And randomly turned face and saved the Big Show after hitting him with the chair. So now this week, Kane faces Wade Barrett. And
I don't get that.
Basically, it's the same thing again. The Core interferes. Big Show makes a save. That the same generic.
No, I think
formula.
Kane is turning to somewhat of an Anderson asshole. No, it's okay if I hit Big Show, but not you.
Kane has at least 4 turns a year. The guy's a heel and a face more than any other superstar in recent history.
But I always look at him as a heel.
Like, come on, how's a big evil monster supposed to be a good guy? Really? It's just,
May 19th.
It's just ridiculous. May 19th.
Again. Hey, it's getting close to May 19th.
Also, Dashing Cody Rhodes once again makes his major announcement, challenging Rey Mysterio yet again to a match at WrestleMania. Rey Mysterio comes out and basically accepts the challenge. So that's another match official for WrestleMania. So we have 6 matches.
Wait, who?
Announced on
Cody Rhodes and Rey Mysterio?
Yeah.
Rey Mysterio's talent is being wasted yet again.
Well, Cody Rhodes is a good talent.
He's good, but I don't think for a WrestleMania pay-per-view, no, not them together.
I think it'll be good. It might elevate.
It's probably going to be good.
The feud's really good. This might elevate Cody Rhodes to the next level.
They could definitely do better.
They could definitely do better, but they want to show if these young guys can go on the major stage because they're thinking about their future. Speaking of which, then that goes to Alberto Del Rio, the man who's going to have a world title shot at WrestleMania 27 against Edge. We can hope Christian gets inserted into it. But as far as it looks right now, it doesn't really look like they're actually going to have him.
I don't like Del Rio at all, so...
I'm a big fan of Del Rio. I think he's great.
I like he's got some skill, but I don't like his douchebag persona.
Yeah, we'll get back to that in a bit. And we also had a Divas match, basically Lay Cool dominating the women's division, defeating the NXT Diva winner, Caitlyn. That went on this week. I'm sure everybody watches to see Lay Cool destroy the Divas division, right?
Me.
I'm sure everybody watches that. You know, I'm not the only one, right?
I don't know. I barely watch Smackdown as this, though.
And then, of course, the main event, which saw Edge and Christian reunite to successfully defeat Alberto Del Rio and Brodus Clay. I swear, by the way they're building this up, you'd think they'd announce that it's a triple threat match by now.
They better.
Just, that would make the match so much more appealing. Like, I'm sure Edge and Del Rio could go out there and put on a great match.
Who's Del Rio's next superstar or whatever?
His rookie's Brodus Clay, the big guy.
Yeah, it's going to be Christian versus Brodus Clay at WrestleMania.
Or it's going to be, as some of the dirt cheats are saying, it's going to be The Big Show, Kane, Kofi Kingston, and Christian versus the Core at WrestleMania.
Just why?
Like, basically, Big Show and Kane are the only two guys feuding with those guys. You're throwing Kofi Kingston in a match where he could be defending his Intercontinental title at WrestleMania, and you're throwing in Christian, a guy who could be involved in the world title picture, in an 8-man tag just because you need them to be tag team partners.
Who's the other guy that you said?
Kofi,
Christian, and Kane Big Show?
Yeah.
4-on-5?
4-on-4. It's Barrett, Ezekiel Jackson, Heath Slater, and Justin Gabriel.
Oh.
So.
Alright, okay.
It's still a waste of Kofi and Christian, though. They could be doing so much more better than that.
I hope that's not what they do, because we all know Kane and Big Show can take them by themselves.
Yeah, like it could be way better as a 4-on-2, or even just a regular 2-on-2 with Barrett and Big Zeke versus those two. Maybe have Slater and Gabriel be the managers at ringside. Or even have them, or they're tag team champions. Why not have them defend their tag team titles at WrestleMania?
Yeah, then we can have another Big Show Kane reign.
You know? It's just, I really hope they don't waste Kofi and Christian at WrestleMania.
I agree. Christian, awesome. Underrated, though.
He deserves to be in that world title match. He's been underrated for too long, and hopefully someone in backstage in Smackdown just has the golden anus and has finally convinced Vince McMahon and the rest of the WWE execs to give Christian that top spot he's always deserved.
Kofi, he's
on the rise. He's the Intercontinental Champion.
I like him. I like he's got great ability. He's just, I don't know. I don't enjoy his matches that much. I can appreciate his ability, though.
Yeah, he's very good. He's basically the John Morrison of SmackDown. Although I think even Morrison's higher up on the card than him.
Definitely.
So anyway, that's This Week in Wrestling, basically. This is going to be basically a weekly episode thing if we remember to do it. Yep. And just subscribe to our channels. www.
Wait, we forgot to mention why we were doing this in the first place. So, YouTube. Nowadays, it's gay, shit, fucking stupid. Used to be unlimited lengths, directors, all that used to mean something.
Oh, yes. The new YouTube policy where you can upload more than 15 minutes, and by that, we don't know how much they mean. We assumed it's long because this video's long.
We assumed unlimited time.
Yeah, so hopefully YouTube has unlocked everything. That's why we did this video. And
we don't want no two-parters, but if that's the case, whatever.
Yeah, so if we can upload this whole full shtick as we can, we will do so. Anyway, that's This Week in Wrestling. Shooting StaRKO Report is done, and we'll see you all next week to cap off what would be. We're going into the third week to WrestleMania. We'll be capping off when we're at the pit stop to the second.